In this lecture, we will learn how to properly import media and how to set up our project. Let's go. To set up our project, I'll go to Edit, Preferences, and on the right side, there aren't many preferences in Camtasia, so that's no problem. On the right side, we have Project. Those are default settings that are applied to a project each time Camtasia opens. Since I have a monitor of this resolution, I'm using this resolution, and since I have a strong and fast computer, I go for 60 FPS. If you have a slower computer, maybe a laptop, you can go for 30 FPS in order to put less strain on your computer while we are editing this video. But for myself, I'll go for 60 FPS, and for the sake of this tutorial, let's go for Full HD. But I'll not do this on those options. I'll press OK. I'll show you, you can change individual project options. For example, you are doing a project like this course right now. You can change this right here. You can open the project settings below, go for Full HD. Okay, we have Full HD. I'll go for 60 FPS because it will look a lot nicer and my computer will be able to handle it. I'm deselecting auto normalizing loudness because I have the loudness of my microphone set properly, and I'll press apply. Normalizing automatically makes your microphone louder or quieter your audio track, so you don't have to worry about this. But for myself, I'm having that deselected. Apply, you can see the FPS changed to 60 FPS. Now how to import footage. I think you see that this button is staring at us, and very simply we can import media like that. At the end of this course, I'll show you how to record your screen and how to record things with Camtasia. But this is a course mostly about getting the most out of Camtasia. I have prepared resources, my recordings that you can use right away for this course. I will open Scene 1 opening and I will import everything that is here. I basically am labeling things like scene number 0, scene number 1, 2, 3, and 4, so we don't get lost. I'll press open and it will import on the left side within our media bin of Camtasia. We have different tabs here. The media tab is simply for all our footage that we import. Since the recent version, finally, we can make those objects smaller because sometimes there is that many objects that it's convenient to have it smaller. I think there should be a slider to make it bigger and smaller. I was telling this to test it, but we have this at least. So I think this is okay. And to finalize this lecture, I want you to take my camera and put it on the timeline, for example, on track number 2, and take the audio and put it on the timeline as well. You can see my tracks are smaller, and in the newest version of Camtasia, you can make it that small, so you can adjust it yourself. Normally, you have something like that, and it's very inconvenient to work on those big tracks. So I'm always trying to make them smaller, the smallest I can get. But besides the audio track, because the audio, I need to see how I speak, where do I speak, where my scenes end. So the audio track usually for myself is larger. My camera and everything else is usually very small. All right. I will very briefly preview the first scene. Let us listen. Are you looking to learn how to edit videos with Camtasia without going through all the basics about the software? Okay. This is about the first scene that we will edit. So for myself, I will mark this area. I'll mark this area. I'll press here. Scene number 2 is starting. I'm typing scene number 2, enter. And here I'll go put another marker with this plus sign. Scene number 1, opening. Scene number 1, opening. Okay, I can close the markers. And here I will already have a little blue indicator, and I will remember where approximately my first scene should end. Don't worry about me right now on the screen. You can make me smaller, you can put me a little bit away, because in the first scene, I won't be appearing. I'm using my left control and my mouse wheel to make this smaller and bigger if I need to zoom in or zoom out. Okay, in the next lecture, we will start preparing our scenes, and I'll teach you a tiny bit about behaviors, because this is where we have to start. See you in the next lecture.